All right, so welcome to the haiku training, and we're right here on this page that I've created for this training. And you'll notice that we have some training objectives there at the top, and hopefully we'll be able to get through these objectives, but I know we're kind of short on time, so we'll just try to, I don't want to bombard you with too many things, but the first thing we're going to cover is we're going to create a haiku page and import student rosters. I'm going to show you, where you go to create the haiku page and then how to get your students into that class. And then we're going to take a look at, I think one of the most efficient ways to use haiku is to give students access to electronic documents that you want them to upload to their computers. So for example, if you have a writing assignment or some kind of document that you would like them to access on their Chromebooks, you can actually have them access a link in your haiku page that will take them straight into a folder where you have all of your stuff dumped right there for them to look at. And then hopefully we'll get to take a look at how you would create assignment, because if you can create an assignment in haiku, that'll allow your students to take those electronic documents and turn them back into you. And it's all, haiku is very good at organizing everything really nice and neatly, alphabetical order except in some cases. And you'll be able to view those documents and actually annotate them. You can draw on them, make comments, turn it back to the students so that they can see your comments, and then grade those assignments. So first of all, some basics with haiku. Haiku is a website, basically. You're making a website for your class. And what do you put on it? Well, that's up to you. You can put resources, graphics, like I said, the link to an assignments folder. It's pretty much up to you. You start with a blank slate and you build it from there. And the way haiku works basically is it's like building a bunch of blocks. You add it block by block by block, and you put it all together and you arrange those blocks however you want them to look, and you have your haiku page. The thing about haiku though is that when you, let me get to one of my classes. Let's just get to the class list here. Go to my classes, and you probably have a lot more classes than I do, but you'll have this class list and you see all your classes there, all your periods 1 through 6, whatever, and you might be wondering, well, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to click on each one of these classes and create a separate website? The answer is no. Actually, the way you're supposed to use haiku is you're supposed to create one class for each prep. So let's say that you teach 3 periods of English 2 and 2 periods of English 3 or something like that. Then you have 2 preps. That means that you should have 2 haiku pages. One for one of your preps and then one for your other preps. And then the idea is to load all the students for that class into that one haiku page. And the way you would get started, when you're a teacher and you log into haiku, you get to this My Classes page. And for those of you who don't know, the easiest way to log into haiku is when you're in your email. When you're checking your email on Chrome, you just click on the that little black navigation bar at the top of your email, and it says More. And when you click on it, there's your link to Haiku Learning. So that's how you get to haiku, and that's how your students get to haiku as well. They would go into their email, then they click on More, Haiku Learning, and then there they go. They're right into it. And when you go as a teacher, when you go into haiku, you get this list of classes. And it can look a little daunting. Just ignore the list. Basically, that whole list of all those classes, those are like repositories for your rosters. because the rosters in those classes are automatically updated through Infinite Campus every day. But what you want to do is you want to create a new class and then add students into that one class. So just to demonstrate for you, you would click on the New Class tab. Let me show you that again. The New Class tab is on the right-hand side, and if you're in the My Classes section, then you would click on the New Class tab, and then you'd go ahead and put in all this information. Yes, Melanie. Yeah, that's a
He
major
fixed
problem.
it in the summer for me. If I could have access.
That needs to be fixed. All right. Now, before we go on any further, my apologies for getting off to a tangent here in the beginning. But I do have some notes here that I would like you to take, because you'll notice that we don't have any paper here. I didn't give you a handout. And so I thought a good way for you to kind of keep track of what we're talking about today, and since we're all about technology, is to actually take notes on our computers. So you'll notice that on the Haiku Training page, there is a link here that says Demonstration Class Assignments Folder. Everyone see that link? Demonstration Class Assignments Folder. So this is an assignment folder that I made specifically for this training, and I put a few things in it. I put a video, I put a presentation, and then I put Haiku Training Notes. That's a Google Doc. You go ahead and click on that doc, and when you click on it, you won't be able to do anything. You can't type on it, or you can't type on it or anything, and that's the way it should be. Because if I gave you all access to type on this document, it would be a mess. You'd all be typing it on the same time, and we don't want that. We want you to have your own copy of these notes that are resting on your own Google Drive. So what you have to do is you have to open this document. You click Open. And when you open the document, you have to click on File and then Make a Copy. File, Make a Copy. And you have to train your students to do this as well, because when you send them documents, you're going to send them documents that are view only. They can't change it. In order for them to actually edit that document, they have to make their own copy that rests on their own Google Drive. So once again, you click on the blue button that says Open, and then you click on File and Make a Copy.
I was gone when you gave me the website to get to here.
Oh, yeah, we gotta do that. You go to your Haiku. Go up. Go to Home, My Portal.
Sorry, I was asking.
So has everyone been able to make a copy of your Haiku training notes? Yeah. So, no. Weird.
I don't write it down. Hold on a second.
Here is demonstration class assignments. All right, so now you can take notes. Take notes on what we're talking about. And you can navigate between tabs. You should have the Haiku website open already.
Okay, I sort of figured it out a little bit, and I don't know right now.
You just go between tabs. All right, so navigating between my tabs up here at the top, I'm going to go back to the haiku page and back to what we were talking about as far as the creating a class.
Hey, real quick, Chad.
Yeah.
On your making the content accessible to everybody, where you unclick the only class roster can see the page, you also have the list this class. We went over this right before we did this, right? But under the extra session.
Yeah, there is a. All that means is that when you go to my portal, you see this. I have classes here, and then I have extras here. So, if you want it listed under the extras tab, that's where it'll go. Or if you want it under the classes tab, that's where it'll go. Under the classes
It won't go
tab.
under both?
No, it won't.
Okay.
It'll go in one or the other.
How do I get to this? Oh, probably by clicking on my portal. I'm still my portal.
You go to home,
Okay.
and then my portal.
That's right. And that's what the students see.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so when you're creating a class, let me just make a test class here. That's nice.
Now they come and get you. Want too many haiku?
And there are, there are tutorials. There are links to tutorials on this haiku training page that will show you how to create a class in more detail. But what I really wanted to make sure that you know about is that when you go into this class that you've created, it's really important that you create rosters. So in Manage Class up here in the upper right hand corner, you'll see if you go down, it'll say Roster, and that's where you need to add your students. You need to create sections. See where it says Create Sections, this green plus sign here.
How'd you get to that page?
So this page here is accessed by going to Manage Class. So when you create a new class, you click on Manage Class and you go to Roster. This is like one of the first things you do. When you're creating a class, make sure, first of all, you know who it's for, what periods it's for, and you would name it appropriately. So,
Okay, Chad. Angie Osuna, she created this for the our block, our first period and second period block. So for my Spanish classes, I would go to
new class, yeah. And then you would name it Spanish 1 or
okay.
whatever.
For each
For each prep you have.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
And then you're under your advisory class, so
So
you're
yeah,
gonna wanna make sure you get the.
one for Spanish 1 and one for Spanish
For that class.
Yeah, this is one you've actually created here. I can tell because there's no numbers. So you have advanced biology and you have anatomy and physiology. So you decide which one you want to use.
If I wanted to delete all the business, I think I created this.
Just hit that.
Using an actual
Do you want to keep this one? You want to use it? So now put kids into it. Go to Manage Class. You go to Roster. Well, you've already created a class, right? Yeah, you see you already have it. You're already set up here.
I tried to create this and get students in there. All I gave me was narratives.
So all I do is name the class, right, Chad?
Okay, it's supposed to be on the end.
You should have advisors.